Hello and welcome to Joanne's Healing Within. I am your host, Joanne Angel Barry Cologne, your certified holistic personal trainer, intuitive healer, cosmic energy reader, and the creator of the Chakra Balance Numerology Cosmic Energy Forecast deck. And to start off with, I'd like to ask you, how are you feeling today? And I'd like you to place that answer in the comments because I really want to know how you are feeling. Also, want to remind you that we are on Roku, Amazon Fire TV, and YouTube. So please share, like, and comment. And want to give a big shout out to all of my advertising sponsors. There is a guest flyer with their information should you wish to reach out to any of them. But to start off with, we're going to give a big shout out to the Three Crones and the Woo Woo. Our show podcast takes place every Tuesday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. There's a number you can reach out should you be interested in any information for that. Then we also have Diana Brad, which is our business consultant for small businesses. Nick Rafter, our real estate agent and journalist. Dr. Robert Garcia, the warrior strategist. If you're ever looking for magazine advertising, he's the person to reach out to. Then we have Sherry Simpson, who's our intuitive guide. Kendrick Greer, our astrologer, the one and only. And then our guest for today, which is Natine Bradley. He is our, what is he for us today? He is our founder of the Mystic Warrior Academy and so much more. When he shows up, I'll introduce you better. I'll have him introduce himself better. But with all that being said, I do want to put some energy and attention on today's date as it is 11/22/2020. Now, you know, if you've been following my show on a regular basis, I get really excited when we have master numbers, and that's what today is. Those two numbers, 11 and 22. And anytime we have a master number in line in our date, it means that today, every single one of us, whether you are aware of it or not, have a major master job to do today. The 11, in reference to the master number, is mastering the healer within yourself, the healing process of healing partnerships as a leader, and that mastering of healing oneself. When you work on healing yourself, you become a better healer to others. And then we have that 22, which is the master builder. What are you building in your partnerships? Because it's based on 2, but it also carries the vibration and the frequency of 4, which is really about how you are building a new foundation and how you are helping others to do the same. Healing is an inside job. Most of us, unfortunately, look outside for healing, such as we go to doctors for the pharmaceuticals, or we go to the drugstore for the over-counter medication. And when you really get down to it, healing is really an inside job, which is why my show is called Joanne's Healing Within, because we go within to heal. And when you can actually keep your mind, body, and spirit in perfect alignment on a daily basis, there's no need for over-counter drugs, and there's definitely no need for pharmaceuticals, because you're healing from within. That healing process really does come from good dietary habits, movement and exercise every single day, rest, hydration, meditation, aligning your chakras. Those are the process of healing from within, and making sure you do this on a daily practice. So when we think about this 22 energy, which is how you are building a new foundation with your mind, body, and spirit, so you could be the best healer for yourself, and then in exchange, be the healer for others. Let's take those two numbers, the 11 and 22. Let's add them up. We're going to get a magnificent 33 energy there. 33 is, again, another master number. This one is the healer, the creator, the master of creating the most harmonious body, mind, body, and spirit. When your body is in perfect alignment, everything is possible. Now let's take the 33 and add it to the collective energy of the 4, which comes from 2020. So that's 33 and 4. What do we get? We get a 10 energy, guys. So today is a brand new day, as any day is. So I like to invite you to use every single day as the opportunity of opening it up as a brand new gift with excitement, and recognizing that this day is a surprise. This day is magical. This day is powerful. And you have the ability to create whatever it is you want to create in your day when you use that magic and that surprise and that enthusiastic and knowing that today is a powerful day of creating. And it doesn't just have to be based on a master number day. You can apply that energy into every day of your life. And when you do, you find yourself being really excited, knowing that you are the creator, and know that your mind is what creates your actual reality. So I ask you to take a moment and ask yourself, is what you are creating in front of you exactly what you want to create? Is what you're thinking what it is you want to create? I leave you with that. I want to dive right in to seeing what chakra we need to work on today so we can be in perfect alignment to all the magic that takes place. What number is going to show up and provide a hidden message and an affirmation that you can use to keep your vibration high. So let's see what we got going on. Let's shake up these cards, and I'm inviting you just to take a moment to close your eyes and become aware of your breath. Close your eyes and become aware of your breath. However, a waiver here, if you're watching or listening to this while you are driving, please do not close your eyes. Come back and do this later. All right, let's see what we have for today. Today's card, completion. And I think this is so perfect for today because, again, it is a brand new day. The entire day, those 11s, that 22, that 33, is really about the things we are completing, mastering what it is we came here to do in this lifetime. As we've all been reincarnated in this lifetime, we've chosen to be here. So take this time and use it to your highest good. Chakra associated is the sacral chakra. Know that as you move into this new day, this new energy, you are being reborn. Step into your rebirth, step into the confidence, the empowerment, the magic that you are, and allow your energy to vibrate at that frequency. Your number is 9. 9 is all about the things you are letting go, all about the things you've decluttered, and allowing yourself to make space for all the magic that you are creating. And that is our energy for today. That is a card. And the affirmation is completion. So here's an affirmation for you guys. I am at a completion in my life and ready to turn the page for new beginnings. I am at completion in my life and ready to turn the page for new beginnings. Say that with me. I am at a completion in my life and ready to turn the page for new beginnings. That's what I have for you right now. So again, guys, remember, share, like, and comment on today's show, and know that we are on Roku, Amazon Fire TV, and YouTube. Just in case you can't stay for the whole show, but I wish you can. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and when I come back, I'm going to have my guest with me. We'll be right back.
Hi guys, I'm Kendrick Cortez Greer, personal astrologer and astrological counselor here in Brooklyn, New York. I've been an astrologer for over 23 years now, providing astrological readings, counseling sessions, workshops, and corporate events all throughout the tri-state area. I've been very blessed and lucky to have clients all throughout the United States and beyond. If you're interested in a reading that is warm, heartfelt, honest, and conducive to speaking to one of your best friends, please contact me at 917-863-7528. You can also email me at kendrickstar@gmail.com. That's Kendrick, STAR, @gmail.com. And for you Insta people, find me on Instagram at Kendrick Cortez Astrology. I look forward to hearing from you soon. Toodles.
Hello, are you an entrepreneur, healer, author, publisher, life coach, or living in purpose? I am Reverend Joanne Angel Barry Cologne, the host of Joanne's Healing Within TV show, and I am currently accepting guest applications for those of you who are ready to shine your light, inspire others, and share your story, and step in front of a much larger audience, such as Roku, Amazon Fire TV, YouTube, and of course Facebook. I am currently offering special rates for those of you who are interested in inspiring others and shining your light. Email your bio and story to healingwithin76@gmail.com. Hello and welcome back to Joanne's Healing Within. For those of you who are just joining me, I am your host, Joanne Angel Barry Cologne, and just want to touch base just to recap on the forecast for today, and then I'm going to introduce you to my amazing guest that's here with me. So for the forecast, the card that showed up is completion. And I'm just loving our numbers, which is 11, 22, 2020. And it's an amazing day to focus on completing something so you can step into the master healer, the master builder, and the master creator. And it's so interesting that the state that we have, the guests that I have here today, falls under the category of all three. And we'll get into that in a little while. The chakra associated is the sacral energy. So release whatever guilt you have going on, whatever judgment, shame, or blame. So this way here, you can really step into being confident and being as empowering as you can be. I want to give a shout out to all our birthdays for Sagittarius because we just went to Sagittarius energy and the moon is in Pisces energy. Did you know that Pisces is associated with the feet, your toes, and your pineal gland? Just thought that'd be information I'd share with you today. With that being all said, I'd like to introduce you to my amazing guest today. I am so excited to have him here. Him and I have been doing some work behind the scenes together, which we'll talk about that shortly. But let me introduce, and I'm sure I'm going to say his name wrong because why not? That's what I do. Natane, correct?
No, everybody gets it wrong, and that's okay. It's Natan.
Natan Bradley, yes?
Yes.
I got that right. Yay! All right.
Easy part.
Please introduce yourself. Let our viewers know who you are.
Yeah, absolutely. So, hi everyone. I'm Natan Bradbury. Oh my goodness. I guess where to start?
Just start with your title. Start there.
Oh, okay. I'm not big on titles, but many things, right? So I've studied Kabbalah, I've studied Torah, Bible. I'm a mystic, alchemist. I also recently, over the past year, and this is something I'm working on with Joanne with, founded the Mystic Warrior Academy. And so the Mystic Warrior Academy, what we do is we specifically target veterans to help them overcome emotional trauma associated with sexual assault, post-traumatic stress, survivor's guilt, things of that nature, to help them really work through that and reveal the light that's innate and inherent within them.
Awesome. And we're going to actually speak more about that in a little while. But what I like to do is let the viewers really get an understanding of who you are. So in regards to you being an entrepreneur, even though you're not much for titles, but we have to give some. So you being an entrepreneur, what led you down your entrepreneur path and journey?
Wow. Okay. So I first started as an entrepreneur in 2015, and it was a matter of circumstance. It was okay. I've been laid off of work. I need to provide some sort of income, right? And so for a number of years, from 2015 to early 2019, I built up a cybersecurity firm, brought on partners and whatnot. That blew up in my face, like a bad divorce, I guess would be a good way to categorize that. Yeah, and so I had to file for bankruptcy, and really had been rebuilding since then. But for the academy, really, that was born out of a vision of having a place to provide some guidance for those who are going along the spiritual path, right? A lot of these things are born out of my own journey. So I really wanted to provide a place for other people as well.
Excellent. Now, I would like to assume, although I don't like to, I would think that based on you being I'm going to use the word healer because as my introduction was, today is 11/22, so it's like the master healer, the master builder, but then it adds to a 33, the master creator. Now, based on your journey and what you do with your clients, what is some of the work that you do with your clients as we speak?
Wow. Okay, so a little bit of everything, really, right?
What does that mean? Our viewers don't know what that means.
Sure. So I do healing work, right? I've worked with energy. I do a lot of delving into the trauma. And especially what I've learned with trauma is that there's some sort of emotion attached to that trauma. And so what we do is we look at the emotion, we look at the feeling associated with that, and then we work to release that, right? So that's a really, really key component in healing that I've worked with my students and clients. And in terms of creating and building, building in terms of building people up, right? Encouraging them, showing them their innate beauty, their innate uniqueness, and then creating in terms of creating something new out of that, right? I mean, I've had my own Phoenix story. I've walked through hell and come out. So now it's my turn to turn around and help other people too.
Now, we're just going to get a little personal here, if you don't mind, okay? Because our viewers like that. Our viewers like to know how they can resonate with you and connect on that deeper level. Because you've mentioned that you came out of your own darkness and traumas. Could you just chat a little bit about that? I mean, I know what they are. You and I've had conversations, of course, off the scenes, off the camera, regarding some of them. In regards to, you are a former veteran.
Yes. Yep.
And from, I forget, Navy or military?
Oh, Army.
Army, none of the above. Of the Army. So tell me a little bit about the traumas that you've experienced that has actually led you to like have to go within and really dig deep to heal so you could do the work that you're doing so you can actually relate to your clients.
Sure. So, a huge thing for me that I really grappled with for a long time was it's called survivor's guilt, right? So it's a situation where a person dies, or in my case, multiple people did, right? And you somehow end up with the feeling like, okay, I'm responsible, or I could have done this, and maybe I could have, there something different could have been done, right? To where they would still be alive, right? And so that's survivor's guilt, for those who aren't familiar with it. And so personally, okay, so 2003, I was stationed in Fort Carson, Colorado. This is right at the beginning of the Iraq War, right? This is very, very outset. My unit was getting ready to go. We were getting ready to deploy. And as that process was underway, I was also on my way out of the military. I got my orders to get out 2 days before they got their orders to deploy. And so they deployed. I stayed back. It takes a while to outpress us out of the military, right? So, and I was on funeral detail. So when some of our guys started coming back, we were burying them. And the impact that had on me was huge. Even now, I kind of get choked up talking about it. As part of that healing experience, and really what my personal journey was, I buried it. I came out of the military. I dug a 6-foot hole, put it in a box, and put as much dirt on it as possible. A couple years ago, I basically had a breakdown. I went into meditation, and I ended up bawling my eyes out for like 2 days straight. I reached out to another buddy, another veteran, talked with him. He helped me through it, and helped me reframe my mind. And so from that experience and getting into a different mindset, that helped a lot with my own healing journey, right? That idea that everything happens the way it's supposed to, right? There's no accidents, there's no coincidences, no mistakes. Everything is pre-planned, everything happens exactly as it needs to for your journey. right? So no two people are going to have the exact same experience. Maybe similar, but not the exact same experience, right?
Exactly.
So that helped reframe it. Also, he put it into the mentality, live for them, right? So they may not be here, but you can still carry on and do something in their memory. And that really plays into what we're doing now with the academy in terms of helping my brothers and sisters, right, that have gone through
Yes.
trauma,
Yes.
and to help them not continue to hold on to it, right? Because that's something that we're often taught to do. We're taught, okay, well, here's a coping mechanism, or find something else to do. Find a hobby, right? Ignore it, run away from it, or
Exactly.
not deal with it, right? And so
Exactly.
what we do and what's essential, I believe, is essential for healing. It comes down to an issue with the soul, right? It's not up here. It's not mental. It's not physical in your body. It's something that has to be done on the soul level. And
Yes.
so, what our goal is to help you bring it back up to the surface. And then as that comes up to the surface, as you're triggered, okay, we're going to walk through that trigger and help you process that in a healthy way.
Yes. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you just to hold that thought because we do have to take a commercial break because that's how we sort of survive here. So before we do take a commercial break, let the viewers know how they can reach you.
Absolutely. So you can either go to www.mysticwarrioracademy.com or shoot us an email, same thing, info, at mysticwarrioracademy.com.
Awesome. All right, viewers, we're going to take a quick commercial break. You hang in there with us. In the meanwhile, share, like, and comment. We'll be right back.
Hello, my name is Nick Rafter. Though it may not seem like it, now is actually a good time to sell or buy a home, and I can help you with that. I'm a real estate agent with great knowledge of the markets in New York City and Long Island, and I can help price your home and get it sold, or find you one at a great price. I can also help you rent as well. So give me a call at 347-610-9765 or at nrafter@corcoran.com. Let's find you the perfect home.
Hi, my name is Diana Brandt. I'm a business consultant. If you always wanted to be an entrepreneur and you've got these dreams, you no longer have to have them in your head. I help you with the steps. I'm offering a 15-minute complimentary call, and you can reach me at diana.caremore@gmail.com. Thank you for the opportunity.
Hello and welcome back. For those of you who are just joining, I am your host, Joanne Angel Barry Cologne. I have my amazing guest, Natane. Did I say it right?
Almost. Okay, so short A's, right? Natan.
Nata. Okay, guys. For those of you who are just joining, we are talking about his journey and some of the things that he has experienced in regards to how he became the healer he is, because he's not just a healer, he is a builder and also a creator. That's what he's here to do. And he was just sharing his journey from experiencing some traumas of, what was the actual term that you used?
So it's called survivor's guilt.
Survivor guilt.
Yes.
Yes. And with that being said, and working with your clients with survivor guilt, I would assume that you can also use that, work with clients on an everyday basis where people might have that survivor guilt for just anything that's going on. I mean, especially now with the pandemic. I mean, some people who are surviving through businesses and some people who are not, and the whole guilt process behind it. Now, what I really like to zoom in on in this part of the segment is the academy, because that's like your big thing right now, and I'm really excited about it because I felt like I've actually seen it literally grow into where it's going. So let's talk about that, and for the viewers that might be interested in even being a part of it, let's talk about that.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, to recap a little bit, the Mystic Warrior Academy was really born out of a vision coupled with my own spiritual journey, right? And what we're doing there is we're helping men and women. Target initially is veterans. I think eventually we're gonna maybe open it up a little bit more, but right now we're focused on the veteran community, helping them overcome the deep-rooted trauma that occurs after sexual assault or associated with post-traumatic stress, right? So that's what we're focusing on there. The way it's laid out, it starts off with a boot camp. So very much keeping the military theme, very much in line with what's familiar to us as veterans. So it's a 4-week boot camp. We start off. I developed what I call the code of the Mystic Warrior, right? And so really, that's 9 different attributes that I feel really embody the spirit of the warrior, right? So that's things like honesty, integrity, respect, compassion, discipline, adaptability, right? So those different attributes. And so we cover those in the first 2 weeks of the boot camp. And then what we do is we hold the students accountable, right? So at the end of the week, we've got a live accountability call with our instructors. And we check in with our students and say, okay, well, how did you do this week? How were you honest with yourself? How did you maintain your integrity, right? And it's not okay, well, you weren't honest, so, drop and give me 20 push-ups, right?
Yes.
It's not that kind of boot camp.
It would be fun if it were.
Right? I mean, it could be. Some ideas for when we go live, right? But yeah, and then we go into, after we cover some of the attributes, really run the mind, and then really helping people reestablish their sense of self-worth. Then we go into things like nutrition, covering some different topics of nutrition. And then in week 4, we round it out with physical fitness, right?
Yes, and I love your topics in each week. When we think about the first 2 weeks, where it's all about the honesty and the accountability, I mean, you can apply that into your everyday life, because again, being honest with ourselves is going to really determine what we do in our lives and what action we're going to take when we're honest with ourselves. So that I find is extremely important. And also regarding the nutritional part, because again, and I'm going to use this term, how we fuel our body is going to determine on how we actually respond in our world, regarding if we are fueling our body with good nutrition and also fueling our body with good information, because again, it's not fueling just the food we eat, but also the information we take in and we tell ourselves and that we tell each other. Because if we are there to motivate and encourage one another and lift each other up, as opposed to looking at people's what's the word I'm looking for? Things that they don't do the greatest at. If
Right.
we can lift each other up, it will inspire each of us to be the best version of who we are. And when we have good nutrition, whether it's what we're fueling our body with, or what we're putting in our head, it also helps us to be more physically active with the movement. So I feel it's a real win-win. And I love the fact that you have this weekly meeting that you offer for the students. Is it mostly for the students, or bringing just all the instructors together?
So what we're doing initially is we're putting all the instructors through the boot camp, right? And we've got a couple students that aren't instructors that are participating and going through it right now. right? But our initial goal is let's get the instructors through it, because in pulling this together, I actually, and this is a great segue to talking more a little bit about the academy, right? So in pulling this together, I looked at, okay, what is my vision for the academy? Can I do this on myself? Maybe, but do I really want to? It's got to be bigger than me, right? So,
Yes, yes, yes. Anytime we have a goal,
right,
not to cut you off, but I want the viewers to hear this as well. Anytime there's a goal in mind, whatever the intention and whatever the vision is, we have to remind ourselves that we have to even think bigger than that vision, because that vision is bigger. So if we're only thinking about, let's say, for example, if you're only thinking about having that academy and just you being the only person in it, you have to think a little bit bigger than that and expand it. And that's really what it is, because it is. It's bigger than that. And once you can actually think bigger than that, it's bigger than that. And it's a constant expansion. So sorry to cut you off.
no, that's, you're absolutely right, right? It's, we're always constantly expanding, right? And if you're not constantly expanding, you're dead.
Yeah, exactly.
To be pretty blunt, right? You always have to be in that constant state of expansion, always achieving greater levels of consciousness, always achieving greater levels of awareness, right? And that's part of what it means to be a warrior, to be honest, right? And so some people think of the term warrior and they're like, okay, well, this is somebody who's been in combat, somebody who's in battle. Not necessarily always the case, right? It's that warrior mentality where you're faced with a challenge and you push through it. You
Yes.
overcome the challenge, right? It's the I'm not going to quit. I'm not going to sit down and complain and cry about it. I refuse to be a victim. I am choosing to be a warrior. I am choosing to push through, right? And that's
Exactly.
really what we're pushing hard as the mentality here in the academy.
Exactly. And when you think about that, as you were saying it, I was just thinking about the post you had posted on Facebook today about your run this morning, and that unfortunately you took a spill, and you could have just
Yeah.
very well looked at everything and said, okay, I'm just going to walk this off and go away, but you continue your run. And when we think of that warrior mentality of, I think the pandemic is a perfect example of, are we going to push through this pandemic that we have and use this pandemic as our way of expanding in a different way of business? Because I truly believe that this pandemic is not about shutting things down. It's really about helping us see things in a different light and expanding beyond what we thought we were ever capable of doing. And if we didn't have this pandemic, none of us would have this opportunity to do some of the things that we're doing. We're exploding in the fact of we're a warrior. We are here to really push through things, not to say, okay, this is too hard, I can't do this. And
Yep.
how often, as a warrior that you are, and a healer that you are, and all that you've gone through in your life, how often have you used the word, I can't do this?
Ooh, it's interesting. I think the last time I used, I always tell my kids, we don't use I can't in our house, right? I'm always getting them to reframe. I think I was a kid, right? And I think that was the last time that I really used the term I can't. And I really attribute that to my upbringing, right? My father was an Army Green Beret, right? He was Special Forces. So he really instilled in me some of those characteristics and attributes of pushing through, being a hard worker, being motivated, being really self-motivated, self-determined, right?
Well, as a warrior, you need to be self-motivated.
That you're right. Yep.
Yeah, you really do, because if you are depending on, it's great to have accountability, where you can reach out to someone and say, okay, you know what, I did what I was supposed to do today. But unless that person's going to be on top of you 24/7, you do need to be self-motivated to accomplish the things that you do. So that's important.
No, you're at 100% right.
Yes. So when we think about the words I can't, I mean, that's even for myself as a personal trainer. Like when my clients would say to me, I can't do that. My question is, what? Have you ever tried? Have you ever
Right.
tried? you don't know if you can do something until you try to do it. So rather than having that defeat as, well, I can't do it because you're afraid to do it because you're afraid of either failing or, oh my God forbid, you might actually succeed. And that itself could be a little fearful too
It's
for some.
scary. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sometimes
it's very
success can be
scary.
scary.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. So when we think about your academy and this whole process of the academy, um, where do you see your academy? Now, I know it's very new right now, but we're all about visions. We're all about
Yes.
visions. Where do you see your academy in the next give and take 5 years?
So it's huge, right? So just to give you an idea of how we're already expanding our vision, um, I set up an additional company, a nonprofit called the Mystic Warrior Foundation. And our mission with the foundation is to really fund the programs with the academy and help expand the academy. So already we're looking at purchasing property in 3 states for 3 retreat locations, in-person retreats. We'll have a wide variety of um, healing activities, stress relievers, things of that nature, really oriented to what's comfortable for the people that are participating. You know, everything from Reiki and energy healing to, we're looking at some archery and firearms and camping and, things of that nature. So
Mm-hmm.
already, we're looking at expanding the academy.
Awesome.
So we're gonna right now, where we have everything in an online format. As things open up and as we move forward, those are some of the things that we're going to have established.
Awesome, awesome. And I want to, of course, put it out there for you. Hopefully, one of those places that you're looking to expand to would be out in New York, Queens, right here. I would love to have, a part of that on site, working with people on site. That would be amazing and a lot of fun. And, all I can do to help and support. As I've mentioned to you off camera, of course, one of my books that I'm actually in the process of publishing, it's still in very beginning stages. I finally got the cover going, but the book is Numbers, Healing with Numbers.
Right.
And once that is up and going and available for purchase, 50% of those proceeds are going to his academy. And I'm really excited
Awesome.
about that because I think his academy is an awesome cause and it will help and is helping a lot of people as we speak and bringing so many people together. I mean, what you and I together.
It did. It definitely did. And another thing that just kind of popped into my mind, and I kind of want to reiterate for our viewers, is that, for the longest time, I kind of battled back and forth between being spiritual and what it means to be a warrior, right? And sometimes it may feel or seem like the two are at odds, but they're not, right? There is definitely a way to meld the two and to really be the whole person, right? And it's not, again, like I said, a warrior isn't necessarily someone who's always in combat. A warrior is the one who has that warrior mentality. And the same thing with being spiritual, right? There's within the spiritual community, there's, okay, well, it's all about love and light and so on and so forth. And especially for someone who's walked my path, it's okay. Yes, there's love and light, but it's not always love and light, right? Sometimes you have to get down and dirty.
Well, even when you think of it as a spiritual being, it's the same concept. And I truly believe that, one of the titles that I play around with every once in a while is I call myself the spiritual warrior, because I do
Ooh, I
believe
like
that
that.
I actually help clients literally go into war with themselves and literally pull the root of their emotional trauma out so they can really become the better version of who they are. So yeah, connecting those two together, I do believe is definitely important. The spiritual warrior, because that's what we end up doing on our journey. Every single one of us, no matter what our journey is. And again, I know for you, based on an article I've recently written about the number 11, the month of November, your birthday being in November, those who are born in the month of November have a higher vibration than anybody else born in any other month. And because of that, that creates that already gives you the title that you are the healer. And then with the numbers show up in itself, that there's just a lot of mastery that goes on within your journey, that you have no other choice but to be the spiritual warrior that you are, doing the things that you are, because this is what you came to this life to be reincarnated to do. So you really have no other choice. And I mean, again, grant you the whole process of, yes, you have free will, and you can sit back and say, you know what, this is just too darn challenging, and I just want to sort of sit back and just go through life and take it the easy road, and I'll come back in another lifetime when I think this will be a little easier for me to do. But you've chosen to take on your contract, your duty as a spiritual warrior, and I appreciate you for doing that.
And let me just clarify, it took me 35 years before I did it.
Oh yeah,
right? Right?
Yes,
So
yes.
Definitely, it takes a while, right? I definitely had that point in my life where I was going through life. I'll call it very unconscious, very unaware, right? I'm here. I'm kind of going through a lot of things, and really not fully living up to that warrior mentality, right? So when I talk about some of the experiences and some of the things I've been through, the trauma with the military. I also had a brain tumor in 2012, right? That nearly killed me. And now it's gone, like
Yes.
gone, which is
and
amazing.
these are all things, again, these are the different layers that you had to literally peel through to get to the version of you who we see today. That is actually helping you to help your clients that you resonate with. Without those layers, without those experiences, you wouldn't be who you are. And I'm glad that you pointed out the fact that, it's taking you 30 something years to get here, because it does. I mean, even for myself, my journey started back in 2007, and here we are 2020. And it's a journey that keeps on going. It's not a journey that once we started and we reach certain points that it just stops. The more intense that you go into your journey and the more you expand your journey becomes even bigger than what it is. And that's powerful. So with that being said, I need you to let the viewers know how they can reach you again, because we do have to take another commercial break.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you're interested in being a part of the Academy, it's www.mysticwarrioracademy.com. If you want to support us with the Mystic Warrior Foundation, all your donations are tax-free. That's www.mysticwarriorfoundation.org.
Awesome. And I believe there's also a logo of your, an image of your logo that's I also displayed in there so they can see your logo. I think it's gorgeous. So we're going to take that quick commercial break. Remember, guys, share, like, and comment. We're going to be right back. Stay with us.
Hi there, my name is Sherry Simpson. As an intuitive business guide, I help female service-based business owners to grow their business using their intuition, helping you to release the blocks and limits preventing your growth and allowing you to get the aligned action steps to take to grow your business. You can reach me at sherry@sherrysimpson.com, SHERRI @sherrysimpson, SIMPSON.com. I look forward to helping you grow your business soon. Namaste.
Hey everybody, Rob the Warrior Strategist coming at you from San Diego, California. And if you want help developing your own income streams and entrepreneurial systems, feel free to reach out to me at dragonsgold76@gmail.com. Thanks.
Hi guys, I'm Kendrick Cortez Greer, personal astrologer and astrological counselor here in Brooklyn, New York. I've been an astrologer for over 23 years now, providing astrological readings, counseling sessions, workshops, and corporate events all throughout the tri-state area. I've been very blessed and lucky to have clients all throughout the United States and beyond. If you're interested in a reading that is warm, heartfelt, honest, and conducive to speaking to one of your best friends, please contact me at 917-863-7528. You can also email me at kendrickstar@gmail.com. That's Kendrick, STAR@gmail.com. And for you Insta people, find me on Instagram at Kendrick Cortez Astrology. I look forward to hearing from you soon. Toodles.
Hello and welcome back to Joanne's Healing Within. I am your host, Joanne Angel Barry Cologne, and I have my amazing guest, Natan. Did I say it right? I know I said it
Got
right.
it.
I got
Got
it.
it. Third time's the
Yay!
charm.
Give me an award. So for those of you who are just tuning in, remember, share, like, and comment. You'll have to go back and watch us on Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or YouTube, because we shared a lot of great insight today. I do not want you to miss it. However, at this point, what we're going to be doing is sharing a tip or two in reference to something that you yourself as the viewer might be looking to create. And Natan is going to share a tip. So go for it.
Absolutely. So first things first. My first tip is be yourself, right? So that's a theme that's been coming up quite a lot, both for myself, for my students, clients, friends. Really fully accepting yourself, remembering that you are unique, and you are here for a purpose, right? That's 100% number one, most important thing to remember. Second thing, if you feel like you are being led to do something, do it. That's your intuition speaking to you. That's your higher self. That's your guidance. Whatever your religious background, whatever your personal beliefs, but that is it's basically a gift to you. It's your internal GPS telling you which way to go. So if that's telling you go start a business or go down the road, right? Go see your friend, go talk to your family, listen to your intuition. Never ever deny it because the results can be quite painful.
Awesome. Thank you for that. And with that being said, I'd like to give you a quick reading. So what I'd like you to do for me is just say your full name that's on your birth certificate out loud 3 times for me.
Wow. Okay. So full name on my birth certificate is Nathaniel Earl Bradbury. Nathaniel Earl Bradbury. Nathaniel Earl Bradbury.
All right. Love the name. All right. So what do you need to hear today? Clarity. That's your word for today, clarity. How do you gain clarity? And what do you need clarity on is the question. The chakra is the high heart, meaning the self-care, the self-love, the self-awareness, which I believe what they're just saying here is confirming that you have that. You have the self-awareness, you have the self-love, you have the self-care. And the clarity, I think, is really all about how you really do sit into your meditations, where you do go on your runs for your meditation. Although, yes, it's for your cardiovascular fitness, but it's also for the mindset of gaining the insight that you're looking to gain. Your number, which I find so interesting, is 2 and 9, which is 11. 11. So this is confirming right off the back that you are definitely on your right path of being the master healer. And the partnerships that you are coming in contact with and creating through your academy is exactly where you need to be. And that 9 energy is just confirming that you are definitely transforming to be the best version of who you are, and continue to do that. How's that resonate with you?
Deeply resonates.
Excellent. So that is your card for today. And one final thought for our viewers before we take one last commercial break and then end our show. What's your final thought for the day? What would you like to leave the viewers with for today? One final word.
Oh,
You can
okay.
put that in one word. One word.
Healing from within. That's where healing starts. You can look at healing as something being outside of you, but the truth, the reality, it's not. It's all inside of you.
Awesome. And again, Nate, just share that one contact information for them so they can reach you.
Absolutely. So if you'd like to join us at the Academy, it's www.mysticwarrioracademy.com. Or if you want to support us in what we're doing, the nonprofit foundation, tax-free donation, is www.mysticwarriorfoundation.org.
Thank you so much. And it was a pleasure having you here today and sharing. But you're going to be coming back in just a couple of weeks, so we're going to have some more conversations. But thank you for being here. I appreciate you.
Thank you very much. It was a
We're going
pleasure.
to take a quick commercial break, and when I come back, I'm going to share the conclusion of today's show. We'll be right back. Hello, are you an entrepreneur, healer, author, publisher, life coach, or living in purpose? I am Reverend Joanne Angel Barry Cologne, the host of Joanne's Healing Within TV show, and I am currently accepting guest applications for those of you who are ready to shine your light, inspire others, and share your story, and step in front of a much larger audience, such as Roku, Amazon Fire TV, YouTube, and of course Facebook. I am currently offering special rates for those of you who are interested in inspiring others and shining your light. Email your bio and story to healingwithin76@gmail.com. Hello and welcome back to Joanne's Healing Within. For those of you who are just tuning in, I'm your host, Joanne Angel Barry Cologne, and I'd like to remind you, you're gonna have to go and check us out on Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or YouTube, as you missed an amazing show. But do share, like, and comment so everybody else can catch us too. I'd like to invite you to come join me. Sign up for our 6-month, what am I calling it? The Magical Moon Ritual Ceremony. It's a 6-month membership. And right now, today only, to this show, mention this show and you can get that 6-month membership for $111. That's an amazing savings. I'd also like to invite you to take advantage of my holiday special. Every Monday, I will be offering one service at 50% off. And tomorrow is the Cosmic Energy Yearly Card Read. You can get that at 50% off. Just check out that price. And all you have to do is email healingwithin76@gmail.com to take advantage of that special. Also, in addition to that, I'm currently offering, this is the last week for it, where you can get your Cosmic Energy Soul readings, $44. $44 for a half-hour reading. The last week for it, after today, after this week, it's gone. It's bye-bye. So with all that being said, I'd like to thank you all for being here this week with me, and I do look forward to seeing you all next week. In between now and then, we will be celebrating Thanksgiving. So those who are, enjoy, be safe, be well. And remember, healing starts from within. I'll see you all next week. Bye-bye for now.